want to talk about the interior of the 1972 Big Gamer owned by the Burke family. This is a beautifully restored. It's a complement of restomodding and an ode to restoration. It's a delicate blend of the two things coming together. We call it the CST10. And so there are some custom elements to it as you look around this interior. When you look at this interior, I want to just kind of take you over a few things. So this steering wheel here perfectly captures every driving moment, the theme of this interior. Every driving moment when the client's hands are here, it captures what this is all about. Now, this is billet, and billet is firm and light. Billet is what the hot rod industry right now is all about. And so billet is real cool. But this is a two-piece billet steering wheel. And what we did, we took the combination and we have the ostrich here. Now, the ostrich was personally picked by the client. So individuals oftentimes, I'm one of the builders who say, yeah, I built the car, but the client built the car. Because I didn't put the ostrich here, the client put the ostrich here. I didn't start with the dream, the client started with the dream. And so it's all about the client, it's all about their vision, it's all about what they want, and it's my job to hear that vision and to implement that vision. I hope we did that on this Big Gamer. So Mr. Burke loves to hunt, loves to go on safaris, and just loves nature. And so this truck is an ode to that. This truck represents that, and very down-to-earth individual. So the ostrich is here. And this here is leather, no synthetic leather. This is the real deal. You hear it say moo moo. And so then we go further. We just stay here. And this right here is Flaming River. We use Flaming River. That's part of my program. Oftentimes you hear me say, I think I did it. It's a good product. But I use Flaming River. So this is a tilt steering wheel here. And, you know, we don't have the six-pack like we used to have sometimes. So sometimes you're a little bit like me, you might need that tilt sometimes. So it has a tilt steering wheel, just a really nice finish. Even here, there's an added touch. This transmission here has a $700 floor. And normally when you buy these, they don't come with that overdrive in there. So this one has the overdrive in there, so the linkage will be proper when you move it on down. And so it has a $700 floor transmission, and that indicates there's a $700 floor transmission. Now I said this is a CST. I love McLeod at Classic Instruments, great friends of mine, and I love their product. I mean, I think they're the best of the best. So you know we have Classic Instruments in here. And the Classic Instruments, it's like a piece of jewelry. So when you look at this dash, it is original, it is custom, but it's original at the same time. So on the original dash, there was a big old fuel gauge here. And so it said fuel here, and it said empty there, and it said full there. In our day and time, we don't need anything that big. So what Classic Instruments did, they put that right here. So you can see your fuel. Same spirit of it, same energy of it, but we just move some things around. So the RPM is right here. I can see my tach right here. And then look at that clock. Look at that jewelry. I mean, look at that Swiss timepiece there. I mean, just a beautiful clock there. You can see what time it is, and then it feels like you're in a modern vehicle, an Infiniti or a Mercedes-Benz or something like that, and you're just in an old pickup truck. And so this is really a touch to the old, how it was, because the miles per hour, the odometer was here on the original. But when you see down here to the bottom, what Classic Instruments has allowed, these are exact gauges, exact numbers, exact representations. If you remember on the old gauges, it was an estimate. So if you know anything about cars, I'll give you an example on voltage. I'm real funny about voltage. If I need 13, you can give me 12.999, and the guys on my team are going to tell you he's not going to release the car. He's going to be upset. He's going to want to find out what's going on. Because here's where it works. You have to have 13. If you don't have 13 volts of power, it's just a matter of time when the car cuts off. It's just at some point, the system is going to die. It's not going to be able to maintain. So 12.5 is not going to do it. 12.2, 11.2, 10.2. It's not going to do it. You need to be at 13 volts. And so this here allows you to see exactly where you are. Allows you to see that. That's very important. You want to know exactly where you are. And then here on the temperature, when you're running these engines, you want to protect. This vehicle has a 383 stroker, fast burning heads, high performance 700 floor transmission. You want to protect that. This is a major investment, and you want to protect it. One of the best ways to protect your engine is not to let it run hot. And so this here gives you the exact temperature. There's a big difference from running 225 and 215. The old gauge had just had an estimate, just had a line with all these numbers on it. And you didn't know if you were going, you didn't know if the temp was 223 or if the temp was 217. I mean, you didn't know. But here you have the exactness of that. And oil pressure is very, very big. I want to know where my oil pressure is. I want to see my oil pressure constantly moving. And that's just here. And this right here, now, they had a cigarette lighter back then. So guess what we put back in? We put that cigarette lighter back in. So I just think it's a cool truck. And not because I built it, but I just think it's cool the way the client dreamed it, the way the client saw it, where he wanted some modern touches. He didn't mind having the dash, the CD player dash put in. See, a lot of times you want to hide these CD players. You know, we'll put them over here. We'll put them over here in the glove box somewhere. You know, look at that glove box. It's pretty. But we'll put them over here in the glove box somewhere. But this one, the car has so many retro touches. We don't have to put it in the glove box. We don't have to hide it because it's it is original, but it's custom. And now the Pioneer adds to the overall dimension of the truck, and it says right away, I am custom. I am not normal. I am not like the one around the corner. And then Vintage Air, oh man, they just do a great product, and thank them for what they do. And now what about here? What about here? Even this, I mean, there's nothing undone. Look at that. Look at that. Now, somebody knows what's going on. They say, oh, he's showing us the brake pedal. He's showing us, no, this is a low car. So we went with low car, and that's billet again. So which is light, durable. So that's billet again. We went with low car there. Now, even small details like, what about the floor mats? I give you two. I don't know which one you want. So you get two of them. Where do we get them from? AutoZone? No, we made them back there in the shop. That's what we do at City Classic Cars. This is what we do at the Restomods factory. So this mat probably would be my daily mat. This is the one I would use every day. I probably, if it was my truck, I'd use this mat every day. When I went to a show, I probably would use that. Now, what type of carpet here? This is a fawn color. As some of you know, I like that loop color. So this is fawn and very soft color, very, very nature-oriented color kind of scheme going on here. Also, if you look back here, look at this detail here. This is a flush fit glass. Now, if you know anything about your C10s, most of them are going to have that rubber gasket. So you put the rubber gasket, and that rubber gasket goes on the outside, the rubber gasket goes on the inside. You set the back glass with the gasket. Well, they've done a great job with this glass here where it's flush fit, kind of like a modern car. And so that's what we have there. But the problem is the garnish molding on here is no garnish molding. It's normally the rubber. So if you're not going to use the rubber, which looks great on the outside, you're going to have a mess on the inside. So what are you going to do? You're going to call City Classic Cars. And those boys at the city, we're going to fabricate a custom garnish molding right here. And after we fabricate that custom garnish molding, then we're going to wrap it with that leather. And now even here, look at this. Now, this right here on a C10, all this is normally painted. This is just open. It's just open. No, we're not going to do it like that, baby. We're going to dress him all the way. So we dress the whole roof of the car. Am I right, Saul?
Yes, sir.
You put it down, Saul.
Yes, I did.
All right, Saul, put it down. So the interior here, look at this. Now, Saul, tell us about what's going on here with this ostrich and this making this. Did you buy it like that?
No, we did all here from zero. All with new materials, new frames and painted all the way and installed it complete. Everything
looks good. Not just what you can see, even the frame, everything looks good.
Yes, everything is functional.
Look at that 100%. Detail there. How did you get that color?
We painted it. We painted.
Just little details like that. And that's, now what about this piece here? Is this original or did we make this?
We make it.
We made this garnish right here. We covered it with leather. Just some of the details. And what about this dash? We went again two-tone. You can see the stitching there. We put a little ostrich at the top to break it up. Put a little leather down here at the bottom. Just so many details that go in this truck. Again, vintage air there. Now, I'll show you a few other things as I slide out this way. Here you see the, well, maybe my hat and everything fell off. But here you see the door panel. And when you look at this door panel, this here is about, oh, I don't know, probably about a week's process. Just to do 2 door panels, you're talking about probably a week. And now how did I do this door panel? I didn't buy the door panel. I made the door panel. I didn't look in a JEGS catalog. I looked in my mind. And out of our mind came this door panel. So we say it's a CST. We're gonna put some sound system in here. And we just want to give it, because see, the old door panel is kind of flat here, stops here, and then it's painted out. So you're talking about MD board, you're talking about router and skill saws to make the piece. And then you have to use fiberglass to kind of shape it and get your shape and your contours and your movement that you want. And you can see just even now, just the attention to detail. And this is what you get at City Classic Cars, man. This is different. You can't get it everywhere. Just some of the details. Now, what about the seat design? When I say there's a partnership, building a car is a partnership. It's a partnership between the client and a partnership between the vehicle owner. This seat design came from the owner. He says, I got a seat that I saw somewhere at some car show. I like it. I'll bring you a picture of it. Can you replicate it? He brought us a picture of it. Said we're going to replicate it. And then we put some movements in it with the color. Even details here. That's just small little details. So when you look, you see some black in there. We said it's so much fawn and so much of that earth tone. We need something to break it up. We need something to give it some aggression, some masculinity, a little bit more masculinity in there. So the implements are black. We didn't want to cover them. We want the implements to be seen, because we don't want it to be too custom. We want to blend between custom and OEM. And so we went with the seatbelt. Yeah, and if you see here, you can still see peeps of that ostrich there. You're talking about a custom box. We have, now this is the Memphis VI series, high-end competition style Memphis VI series, custom, I think that's a 10 or 12. I think it's a 10-inch sub in the back, but just really high quality product. Just wanted to show you the interior of this beautiful truck. I mean, man, thank again to Burke family for allowing us to build you your dream vehicle. Thank you for trusting us with your dream and giving us an opportunity to just, man, love on such a beautiful truck. Give us a call if you need us, 832-717-0774. Thank you.